Hello,
Hi there.
I'm Mr. Gardner,
I'm Mr. Cotton.
and today we're looking at a Scratch Maze game again, this time adding the bad guy.
Okay, so this is going to be some guy that moves on its own around the maze like that, and we're going to be gliding
Yeah, we're
to
going
a
to
set
use
of
the
coordinates.
glide to go between different coordinates, so there's a bit of maths involved in this one.
Okay, so let's have a look. What are we doing?
Well, what we've got here is our crab and two fish that we've done in previous videos, but we've already added a shark as a bad guy.
There he is at the top there.
Okay, we've made him the right size, and we've put him in a part of the maze where he can now glide from the left-hand side of the screen across to the right-hand side of the screen and back again, and just keep moving. And so what you have to do is kind of dive out of the way, maybe using those little exit points to hide while he goes past.
Okay, so how do I make this shark move on?
Okay, so in the script section for the shark, which we're already in the middle of the screen, we need to add a control block that says when the green flag is clicked.
Okay,
Now,
there we
the
go.
first thing we want to do is make sure our shark gets to the point he's in right now. Okay, so go to the motion blocks and just choose go to and then X coordinate, Y coordinate. Now, conveniently, the numbers in those white boxes are actually the X coordinates and the Y coordinates of where he's sitting right now. So minus 159 back along the corridor and then 130 up the stairs. So that's where we want him.
Okay,
We want to make sure he's pointing in the right-hand direction. So
Okay.
if you could put point in direction and then choose right.
and that's because he's starting
On the
over
left-hand side,
Okay,
yeah.
yep.
And now we want a loop. We want a forever loop. So that's in control again. It's not a sensing. It's not forever if. It's just, it doesn't rely on anything. It's just going to keep going.
Okay, so we want to do these two things and then repeat what's ever in here forever.
Yeah, so the first two blocks there, the blue ones, are just getting that shark to where he needs to be, and then the next bit in forever is just going to keep going until the game kind of stops. So motion again.
Yep.
This time we want glide. There's a really great block in here called glide. So if you
Yeah.
add that. Now we're going to change some numbers. Okay. What we want to do is move him along the corridor. We're not going up and down the stairs, so we just need to change the X value.
Okay, so the Y will stay as 130.
Yeah, so if you move the shark to where we kind of want the right-hand side to be,
Up to there, maybe?
yeah, and then look at the coordinates under the word shark in the top there. So the X has changed to 124. So if you just change that to 124, press enter, and that's that. So if you press the green flag, let's see what he does. Well, he goes back to the beginning and then moves across, but we want him to go back again. So what we're going to do is point in direction left,
Yeah.
and there you go, and then glide the other way, basically.
So what, do I put the coordinates in here, what they were to start with?
Yeah, basically,
these
which
ones here.
actually it seems to have done automatically for us. So we
Oops.
basically want to go to that start point again, which is
Yep.
minus 159, so to the left side of the screen, and then 130 is the same y-axis, no up and down the corridor.
Do I then put a point in right again at the end?
Yeah, because it's going to get to the end, it needs to turn around again, so the last piece of code is that. Now if we test it, there's one last tweak I'd like to make. Here he goes.
So
So the
Fast,
problem,
isn't it?
yeah, the problem here is he's pretty fast.
I don't know if I could do this.
No, well, maybe some people could, but I know I couldn't.
No.
Well, of course, actually, it doesn't matter if you do, but we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Before we get onto that, though, let's slow it down. So it says glide 1 second at the moment. If you change that 1 to maybe 4 or 5, then he's going to go a
So
lot slower.
That's the amount of time it's going to take to get to that coordinate,
Yeah,
isn't it?
that's
So the higher the number, the slower he
So
goes.
just press the green flag. Let's test that quickly.
Oh, I could do that, definitely.
Yeah, and you can adjust.
Oh, no!
Oh, well, okay, if you stop that there,
Yeah.
that's exactly what we want. Because if you do bump into this shark, we should send you back to the beginning.
I think so.
But that script can't be done in the shark. That's to do with the crab. So if you click on Krabby, there we go. Now we're going to need to add another bit of script. So just shrink the stage for a moment. And the same again. When the green flag is clicked,
Yeah.
forever if,
Yeah.
go to the sensing blocks. If
And
we're
so we're touching the shark?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
that.
touching the shark.
And then what you can do is duplicate the go-to block above. You don't even need to go over there.
Oh, yeah.
So just in
What, that one there?
if I'm touching pink, I go back to the beginning.
Yeah, yeah.
Right click on that blue thing
Yeah.
and duplicate it
Yeah.
and drag it inside
wow.
this one. And so it's, go back to the beginning.
Brilliant. Shall I test it?
Yeah, do it.
Right, I'm just going to, for speed, going to put the shark, the crab
crab
up
up
here,
there, yeah.
just to speed things up a little bit. Okay, so
Okay, let's see if you can get through.
if
Oh,
I hit the shark.
you hit the
that's
shark.
Careless.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that works.
Yeah, very good. So now we've got the building blocks of a really good game here. We've got an enemy, we've got things to collect, we've got an objective. We've still got to deal with what we're going to do when we finally get to the end, and maybe add a little timer. But there you go, there's the bad guy.